Tanks from Germany, US and UK could change the Ukraine war. Is this the week when the war dramatically turned in Ukraine's favor? It was certainly a decisive moment, with a coalition of Western nations confirming they were finally willing to supply modern-made main battle tanks. Germany said it would send Leopard 2 tanks and the US said it would send M1 Abrams tanks. Both the UK and Poland have already made concrete pledges, and other nations are expected to follow. Some commentators have described the move as a potential game-changer. But is it really enough to win the war? Ben Barry, senior fellow at the International Institute for Strategic Studies, ISS, tells the BBC that Western tanks will make a difference. But the former British Army brigadier also warns that the pledges made so far are unlikely to prove decisive. Used effectively, they provide mobile firepower, protection, shock and surprise. Concentrated in numbers, they can dislocate an enemy's defenses. But they also need the support of artillery to first weaken those defenses and then the support of infantry to hold retaken ground. History shows tanks alone don't win battles. The British first used hundreds of tanks at the Battle of Cambrai in November 1917, to end the deadlock of static trench warfare. Initially they made significant advances, but many tanks soon broke down and a German counter-offensive turned British gains into losses. Tanks can also be used in defense. In 1940 they were used by the retreating British and French armies at Arras to stall the Nazi invasion, allowing the subsequent evacuation of British troops from Dunkirk. But Ukraine has made clear that it wants weapons not just to stall any potential Russian spring offensive, but to retake its own territory, to go on the attack. It would make little sense for Ukraine to disperse its additional tanks across a front line of more than 1,000 kilometers, 621 miles. To break through Russian defenses, Ukraine will need to concentrate its forces, possibly over an area of between 5 and 20 kilometers, between 3 and 12 miles. Hamish de Braden Gordon, a former colonel in the British Army's Royal Tank Regiment, says numbers do matter for a breakthrough. An armoured brigade for a significant offensive operation would normally include at least 70 tanks. So more than 100 Western battle tanks could make a big difference, he says.